Welcome back to Marbella Now. My name is Nicole King.
Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day. Halfway twisted.
We have a very special Spanish-flavored program this week. My guests don't feel comfortable enough to speak in English on the TV, being their first appearance on television. And so I thought that why not? We live in Spain. We have lots of fabulous Spanish people in our midst who do amazing things. And all of them have English speakers in their offices. I'm going to start off the program chatting to lovely Celia, who is from Otium Clinic. I interviewed Bernardo of Otium Clinic years ago from the Guadalpine Hotel before, you know, when we weren't allowed to go out for a while. So it's really nice to catch up with them again, particularly as recently, thanks to Helena Olcina of Sinergias Femeninas, I went and Guillermo gave me a massage. I checked out their place in San Pedro and actually got to experience for myself what a pleasant experience it was. Celia, welcome to the program. Bienvenida.
Muchísimas gracias. Es para mí, Nicole, un placer estar hoy aquí contigo y con todos tus espectadores en este programa especial, ¿no? De español.
El sabor español. Y por qué no, estamos en España y me da mucho gusto comunicar con la audiencia en castellano porque siempre os hablo en inglés. Y entiendo que os gusta porque así practicáis el inglés, pero a la vez me parece oportuno que lucimos también las personas que quizás no hablen tan bien el inglés, pero ofrecen muchísimo a la comunidad internacional. Celia, la clínica Otium ya tiene un buen renombre. It's got a really good reputation, Otium Clinic. Now, you've been going for a few years and you're expanding at an incredible speed. La expansión es bastante rápida, que estoy impresionada, enhorabuena.
Muchas gracias. La verdad que Otium nace a principios de 2020 con la clínica en Estepona, pero bueno, poquito a poco hemos ido creciendo y hoy podemos decir que tenemos 4 clínicas en Estepona, en San Pedro de Alcántara, en la Cala de Mijas y en Sotogrande.
Wow, that's very impressive. They opened in 2020, as I said, it was around when we were having the close down and lockdowns, but even so, they've expanded to now have a place not only in Estepona where they opened, but in San Pedro, La Cala de Mijas and Sotogrande, todos sitios claves, I mean, all prime locations.
Sí, la verdad que son sitios donde tenemos muchísima gente, no solo de aquí de España, sino también muchísimos pacientes extranjeros, gente que tiene segunda residencia y gente que vive aquí durante todo el año, y la verdad que bueno, que son sitios muy buenos y estamos muy contentos.
We're saying they have a lot of different people coming to the clinic, not just the local Spaniards, but of course our international community, and they do offer a large range of services. ¿Qué servicios ofrecéis?
Bueno, nosotros somos una clínica de medicina estética especializada, eso es muy importante dejarlo claro, ¿no? Porque es cierto que vemos muchas cosas que están pasando. Nosotros somos clínica de medicina estética y ofrecemos todo tipo de servicios médicos estéticos y también ofrecemos algunos de estética. Tenemos técnicos que realizan limpieza, además ahora tenemos una promoción estupenda para limpiezas faciales con una aparatología de última generación que deja la piel estupenda. Tenemos también el servicio de masaje, como tú sabes.
Déjame traducir. Let me just translate for those who don't understand. It's an aesthetic clinic, so you can go to all kinds of things to make ourselves look and feel better. And she's very proud because they've got a new facial cleaning system that works wonders and leaves the skin feeling absolutely fabulous. And then Celia was just mentioning, of course, they have their massages, and I had a massage with Guillermo, and it really was too relaxing, demasiado relajante, porque luego te tienes que levantar y seguir con el día.
Claro,
you
es
have to
lo
get back
malo.
up again and go and deal with the day, and it was like, just want to lie here and just stay.
Hay diferentes tipos de masaje, hay masaje relajante, hay masaje descontracturante también, y bueno, tenemos la suerte de que tú lo probaste, él es el campeón de Europa de masaje, ni más ni menos.
Well, I didn't know you could have champions of massages, but apparently Guillermo is Spanish champion in massages, so I was very fortunate to have the massage. Of course, I had a relaxing one, what else? But you can have sculpting massages, all kinds of different massages to suit the needs. Obviamente hay mucho reclamo para fomentar el bienestar. People seem to be getting more aware that it's important to be nice to oneself, to take care of oneself, pamper oneself. Es bonito ver que nos estamos importando más por nosotros mismos.
Eso es, la medicina estética es verdad que está en auge y cada vez más las personas nos preocupamos por el aspecto, pero no solo por el aspecto, sino porque también es salud. La salud de la piel es muy importante. Quizá ahora estamos más concienciados de lo importante que es cuidarnos del sol, por ejemplo, ahora que estamos en verano, protegernos del sol y cuidarnos la piel, porque no es solo belleza, es salud también.
What Celia is saying is obviously it's important and we all want to look nice, but it's not just a question of looking nice. Keeping our skin healthy is obviously of utmost importance. We live in a hot country, we like to sunbathe, so taking the correct precautions are also really necessary. We forget that our biggest organ is our skin, el órgano más grande es la piel, and yet we forget that it needs treating and looking after. Hace falta mimarla y nos olvidamos. Yo la primera.
Hay que cuidarse y protegerse mucho la piel porque, como tú bien has dicho, es el órgano más grande que tenemos y es un órgano completo. Muchas veces nos tapamos la cara, ¿no? Las manchas es algo que preocupa mucho a nuestros pacientes y es algo que cada vez estamos viendo más porque no teníamos conciencia de cuidarnos. Ahora, afortunadamente, sí, hay que protegerse todo el año y repetirse la protección solar varias veces al día.
Celia is saying it's very important to apply sunscreen, the correct sunscreen, but also to reapply it and make sure that we're covered all the time. Skin spots are continually worrying. Yo tengo manchas de piel, but I've lived in Spain and run around like this since I was a child, and there was less awareness of the harm that it can cause then than there is now. Hay una conciencia mucho más. La gente está mucho más despierta, mucho más abierta a lo que hay que hacer. People are more open now to taking procedures. ¿Quién deberíamos ir a visitar a la clínica Otium? Who should we go?
Pues evidentemente todo el mundo, porque tenemos tratamientos para todo tipo de pacientes. Una pregunta que nos hacen mucho es ¿cuándo empezar con la medicina estética? Cuanto antes mejor, ¿vale? Porque una vez que ya la piel ha sufrido mucho o ha pasado mucho el tiempo, es mucho más complicado. Nosotros apostamos por una medicina estética natural. Simplemente mejorar y ayudar a reponer eso que hemos ido perdiendo, que el paso del tiempo es inevitable.
Celia is saying that they do all kinds of treatments. Everybody should check them out, and they have things for everyone. When if it comes to aesthetic medicine, she's saying obviously the younger and earlier you start, the better, because once the skin gets to a certain level, it's obviously harder then to bring back its elasticity and its well-being. But all their treatments are natural and obviously worth looking into. Me gusta la parte de que sea natural. I like that natural.
Claro, quizá mucha gente teme, ya, cada vez menos, pero antes la gente, o cuando venían, ¿no? Nos dicen, es que yo no quiero parecer, no quiero verme con los labios muy gordos, no quiero... La medicina estética y la buena medicina estética en la que nosotros apostamos en Otium es esa que no se nota, que la gente te va a ver y te va a decir, qué guapa Nicole, pero no van a saber qué te han hecho.
I think it's very important when you do any kind of aesthetic medicine that looks natural, and people are worried that they're going to come out with these inflated lips or they're going to look like they've had things done. And yet if it's done properly in a clinic such as Otium, then the objective is that it looks very natural and everyone just says, how beautiful you look, without thinking, wow, had some work done. Importante. Porque algunas caras por ahí, there are some faces out there that leave a lot to be desired.
Hay todo tipo de personas y todo tipo de gustos, que haya personas que le gustan y es perfectamente respetable, ¿no? Afortunadamente hay de todo y cada uno puede elegir, pero nosotros apostamos por algo un poquito más natural, simplemente ayudar a frenar un poquito el paso del tiempo, y para eso tenemos médicos especializados, que es muy importante decirlo, y productos de calidad.
What Celia is saying is that they have specialized doctors and products to treat, for example, anti-aging, to make our skin feel better, and therefore it's very important. Of course, everyone can do what they want. If you want larger lips and you want to do anything, we respect everybody's opinion and each of individual taste. But at Otium Clinic, they have chosen to go for a natural look using natural products to make you feel that you are just naturally beautiful. La belleza natural es que salga así. Es
Claro,
que soy así.
desde luego. Además, cada vez son más los hombres que se van sumando a la medicina estética, que quizá antes era más para nosotras, y cada vez son más los hombres que se cuidan y les preocupan las arruguitas.
Just saying there's more and more men every day who are also taking care of themselves and perhaps addressing those little wrinkles. Yo creo que ya he pasado mi oportunidad. Estoy con eso, envejecer con dignidad, poco a poco, ser abuelita. So there's something for everything. I say I'm embracing growing old gracefully, if you can call it that, and embracing my nana stage. Pero es bonito saber que hay tratamientos que se puede por lo menos frenar y optimizar, ¿no?
Eso es. El tiempo hace que vayamos perdiendo elastina y colágeno. O sea, nosotros trabajamos con, no son productos naturales porque evidentemente son en laboratorios, pero trabajan de forma natural lo que nosotros vamos perdiendo. Vamos perdiendo grasa facial, es inevitable, vamos perdiendo colágeno. Entonces existen productos que nos ayudan a recuperarlo, que nos ayudan a reponer esos volúmenes que vamos perdiendo. No se trata nada más que eso, de parar un poquito el tiempo.
Just putting the brakes on a little bit, saying obviously there are products they're using, so it's not all natural, but the effect they give is very natural. You know, plumping up the skin, addressing the lack of elasticity and the loss of that fatty tissue that keeps our faces chubby and cheerful, and of course the collagen that you hear talked about all the time, this miraculous collagen. So if you would like to see how Otium Clinic can help you keeping young, and also just going for a massage and one of the other relaxing treatments they have and facials, I highly do recommend you go. I said it, I've been personally, and the staff, the treatments and the facilities are really top notch.
A mí además lo que me gustaría hacer hincapié es algo que nos diferencia en Otium quizá de otras clínicas, ahora que está en auge este sector, es la calidad en todo lo que hacemos. Desde el primer momento en el que un paciente se pone en contacto con nosotros, lo que intentamos es que se sienta como en casa. Para nosotros lo más importante son nuestros pacientes y por eso desde el equipo médico al equipo humano y por supuesto los productos con los que trabajamos en la clínica son de calidad y además nuestros médicos están en continua formación, que es algo muy importante.
Muy importante. Just to finish off, their doctors are always training to be up to date in the latest technologies. Their attention to the clients is of the utmost. They want everybody to feel at home, that when they go to an Otium clinic, they really are with family who are going to look after them and wish for them and do the best. ¿Qué más se puede pedir? Can't ask much more than that, really, can you? Celia, thank you so much. Muchísimas gracias.
Nada, ha sido un placer de verdad estar aquí contigo y con todos tus espectadores y aprovecho también para invitarles a que vengan a conocernos a cualquiera de nuestras clínicas en Sotogrande, en Estepona, en San Pedro de Alcántara o en la Cala de Mijas. Además, si vienen de parte de este programa y de parte de Nicole, vais a tener un descuento, un regalito especial. Estaremos encantados de atenderos.
Well, that's a very nice detail. Muchísimas gracias. If you want to go and visit any of the clinics, Celia and the team would love you to join them either in Estepona, San Pedro, La Cala de Mijas and Sotogrande. And if you mention the program, an extra special little discount included as well. Super bien. Muchísimas gracias.
Gracias.
So don't go away. Back in just a moment.
Alright guys, so I'm the designated driver tonight, so I'm going to choose the Zero Hero place. So all of my soft drinks are for free. And if you want to go somewhere else, just check out the Facebook, Instagram or the zerohero.es website for any of the bars, discotheques or restaurants on there. I'm happy to go anywhere you want to go, as long as it's Zero Hero.
Zero Hero, welcome here at the Gaucho de Banús.
Welcome to Lemongrass, Doña Lola. Thank you very much.
Through another networking event, this time of Javier Sancho of Deco Marbella magazine and also the new Gourmet Marbella magazine, I met my next guest. She's from Sevilla, but she comes in tandem with another person who works together with her. So we're going to interview one and then the other so you get to meet them both. again, we're going to do the Spanish interview as opposed to in English, because Concha's already nervous enough without throwing in there a foreign language. But she does speak English, and if you decide you would like to do something with Rosa and Concha, there's no worry, because you will make yourself understood. But please understand, for television, it's a little bit nerve-wracking. Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Nice to see you again,
querida.
Concha. Me alegro volver a verte.
Igualmente, preciosa.
Me acuerdo cuando nos conocimos en el networking de Javier. We met in Javier Sanchez's networking. Your vitality, una vitalidad que corresponde, me parece, de Sevilla, de donde eres.
Claro.
And you've got this vitality that is undeniably a reflection of Sevilla, which is a very cheerful place, I have to say. It's a lot of enthusiasm. Veo que también tienes el mismo entusiasmo para tu trabajo como arquitecta.
Sí, realmente amo mi trabajo. Bueno, amo junto con mi compañera Rosa, y somos un equipo, un tándem, y nos gusta muchísimo. Y ese día que nos conocimos, además, era la primera vez en Marbella, y veníamos como con muchas ganas, mucha vitalidad, mucha ilusión y energía.
So they've just decided that they will stretch their wings and they are going to try and see what life is like in Marbella, expand the business, because obviously there are a lot of opportunities in a coastal touristic area like Marbella that there aren't in Sevilla. And when I met Concha, it was her first, I suppose, dipping her toes in the water to see what it was like, and obviously she liked it very much. Has tanteado en la reunión de Javier, te ha gustado, y te ha apuntado la de Elena de Sinergias Femeninas, y así te ve por todas partes. And now Concha is everywhere, including here on Marbella Now.
Además, estoy muy feliz y muy contenta de
¿Te has
hallarme por aquí.
sorprendido la reacción y la bienvenida que te han dado?
Bueno, me ha encantado porque ha sido una sorpresa cuando hemos llegado a Marbella y nos hemos encontrado tantas personas de tantos países. Y bueno, una apertura, todo el mundo es acogedor, todo el mundo es amable, le hablas de la arquitectura que hacemos, que es una arquitectura distinta y tiene una acogida tremenda, con lo cual estamos muy felices de...
I asked if she was surprised at the actual warm welcome that they've received and how open everyone is to helping them introduce themselves in our local market. And Concha saying that she's totally surprised, completely amazed at how many nationalities live in Marbella, and as I say, the warm welcome. No en todos sitios están abiertos a nuevas personas. Not everyone is open to having new people y compartiendo su territorio and sharing that territory. Pero vuestra arquitectura es esa, es un poco diferente. They've got a different twist because their emphasis is on wellness, healthy, natural. Explícame un poco ese toque vuestro.
Efectivamente, después de 20 años de trayectoria profesional, pues nos hemos dado cuenta de que era mucho más interesante todo lo que nos aportaba lo que era la arquitectura tradicional y que se estaba dejando un poco de lado. Entonces nos hemos enfocado en mirar un poco hacia el pasado, por supuesto con las nuevas tecnologías, para encontrar con unos espacios habitacionales que son biosostenibles y que hacen que la salud de las personas y el bienestar de las mismas pues esté ante todo. Entonces, que no solamente hacer y diseñar espacios sostenibles, sino también que sean saludables para las personas.
I say that they've decided after 20 years career already under the belt that there was a need to perhaps go back to older trends of building that offers something completely different, but at the same time incorporating the new technologies so that you get a lovely space to live in, but it's also a healthy place to live in. Claro, encerrado en cuatro paredes, no podemos morir de pena. You can just die of like, oh my God, in four walls unless they are prepared properly. ¿Qué son las técnicas que usáis? What techniques do you use?
Pues mira, precisamente lo que has dicho de nos pasamos el 80% de nuestro tiempo dentro de espacios artificiales y nosotros somos seres vivos que respiramos, nos gusta la naturaleza y bueno, y nos vamos tendiendo hacia lo natural. Pues eso mismo es lo que hacemos, incorporar en la arquitectura la naturaleza, hacer casas, edificios, oficinas que respiren y que usen materiales naturales.
So to reconfirm, I suppose, what I was saying about being in these indoor artificial spaces, Concha saying that 80% of our time is spent inside artificial spaces, and therefore their objective is to incorporate as much of nature into the building so that it is as healthy as possible and that the building can have its own life, its own breath, and it can actually breathe. ¿Cómo haces que un edificio respire?
Pues
How do you make a building breathe?
Pues precisamente con los materiales que ponemos. En vez de poner morteros de cemento, que es lo que se utiliza actualmente en la construcción, utilizamos morteros de cal, los tradicionales morteros de cal, que hacen que los muros estén respirando. Igualmente con las pinturas, en vez de poner pinturas sintéticas que hacen que los muros no respiren, pues usamos pinturas a la cal, pinturas ecológicas, de silicato, todo natural para que respiremos dentro de los edificios y nuestros edificios.
Well, she's got an answer. She's
respiren.
telling me how to make the buildings breathe. And that a lot of that has to do with the elements they're using being natural. So instead of using, for example, cement, they would use calcium, and then instead of using synthetic paints, also using a type of paint that is more natural, organic, and permits the air to actually circulate. It's fascinante.
Sí.
It really is fascinating e importante and important that we do, as we learn more, we apply these techniques. Más que aprendemos, importante luego aplicarlos a la vivienda.
Efectivamente, y cada vez se está usando más en arquitectura, por lo menos nosotras promovemos ese uso de materiales naturales en la arquitectura, porque cuando cambias de una construcción como se está haciendo actualmente a tomar de la arquitectura tradicional toda esa base que es absolutamente tecnológica, mucho más tecnológica que otros materiales, más rápido, esta slow arquitectura que hacemos es maravillosa porque cambia tu forma de habitar.
So you can do these quick buildings and put them up and they work, and they prefer to take what they call slow building. Not that it's necessarily slow, but it's not a slap bang push it together. It's actually taking into consideration every material and making a construction process that is going to give an end result that's going to last for a long time, but also offer that well-being. Me parece genial. Me alegro mucho que estáis teniendo éxito. I'm so happy that they're finding such success. Y si te parece, cambiamos y conozcamos a Rosa. No te mueves, quédate ahí.
Ajá.
Volvemos en 2 segundos con la otra parte del tándem. And by the grace of the television magic that we perform here at Radio Televisión Marbella, ta-da! We now have Rosa sitting with us, who is the other half of Tandem. Lovely to meet you, Rosa.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you so much for coming. And I'm very excited to know, because I was saving myself from asking, how did you and Concha get together? How did you decide to join your talents and become Tandem Architects?
Yeah. Bueno, nosotras nos conocimos en la facultad, estudiamos juntas en la Escuela de Arquitectura de Sevilla, pero después con los años nos hemos vuelto a encontrar. Nos hemos encontrado con motivo de la similitud de la arquitectura que buscábamos, que es la arquitectura del bienestar.
So Rosa and Concha met at university, and then afterwards they kind of hooked up again and realised that they were both following the same type of architecture, going for this wellness, sustainable, natural.
Yeah.
So you're quite unique within the field. Is this something quite different to other architects? Is it more risky? ¿Es más riesgo?
Bueno, es diferente. El vivir en la arquitectura, trabajar de la arquitectura y vivir de ella, últimamente está siendo complicado, con lo que a nosotras nos ilusiona poder hacerlo con lo que nos gusta, que es desde la parte de la sostenibilidad y el bienestar, ya no solo con los materiales, como mi compañera, como Concha os ha contado antes, sino también a la hora de ordenar la vivienda, de orientarla, de buscar corrientes de aire, de, bueno, pues todo, materiales y orientaciones, ventilaciones. Todo es
so it's not just the materials that they use that go to promote this sustainable well-being living space, but it's also taking into consideration the little aspects of how can I get the drafts to run through to keep the house as cool as possible. Obviously we live in climates that change from very cold to very hot to very damp, and it's nice to know that you have to take into where the sun's rising, where the sun's setting, and as I say, taking advantage of all the natural resources that can add to the building. ¿Y la decisión, the decision to come to Marbella?
porque la arquitectura que nosotras queremos hacer, que nos gusta, es complicado que haya mentes, bueno, pues necesitamos mentes abiertas, mentes que estén realmente preocupadas por el bienestar, por un compromiso de sostenibilidad. Eso aquí en Marbella nos lo hemos encontrado. Aparte del acogimiento tan fantástico, la cantidad de nacionalidades diferentes, quizás sea todo eso lo que suma que la mentalidad es mucho más abierta a la hora de apreciar pues esfuerzos que se pueden hacer en materiales y en distribuciones y en la arquitectura.
Well, look at that. Some girls that have come to Marbella, not because of the sunshine, not because of the ocean,
No.
but because there's more of an open mentality. Back in Sevilla, perhaps there are not as many opportunities for Concha and Rosa to build their homes in the way that they would like, using these sustainable and healthy products to build the houses that we should be living in. So it's really nice to see that they've come to Marbella, all our different nationalities, and together our open mind is going to give them the opportunities to actually fulfill their dreams. Qué bien, ¿no?
Sí,
Very
fantástico.
lovely. Well, I wish you much success. Os deseo toda la suerte. I'm delighted to have met you both.
Yeah.
Really nice to see that our community is growing. Y me siento orgullosa de que habéis sido bien recibidas. And I'm so proud that everyone's welcomed you with open arms.
Thank you, all of you people, yeah.
O como dice, vergüenza ajena, esto es un orgullo ajeno.
Es un orgullo ajeno.
Un orgullo ajeno. Bienvenidas, welcome, and best of luck with everything. I look forward to seeing you again soon.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more of Concha and Rosa on the Costa del Sol. And in the meanwhile, don't go away, because after the break, I'm coming back with some fabulous behind-the-scenes shots of Marbella fashion show. 2 days of wonderful fashion shows in the Lola Flores Avenue, which is by Puerto Banús, so don't go away.
Hey, hey.
Zero Hero, welcome to the Secret Garden. We welcome you.
Hi guys, Kazatua is proud to welcome the Zero Heroes. So come on in and enjoy free soft drinks for anyone who is the designated driver. Thank you, Nicole.
So here we are at Everest. Very cool.
Yeah.
Stickers going up.
Hi, my name is Govinda. I'm from Everest. Welcome to Zero Hero, to Everest Fusion, to enjoy your cocktails, drinks, and happy hour as well. And food, of course, is delicious. Thank you.
A hearty congratulations to our Foreigners Department and the organisers of the Marbella Fashion Show. 2 days of glorious fashion shows in the middle of Puerto Banús in the Lola Flores Avenue. I was delighted to be given front row VIP tickets so I could actually film everything and bring that to you, because if you missed it, it's gone for another year. And there were fabulous designers such as Agatha Ruiz de la Prada, one of my personal favourites, and designers from all over the place coming together in our beautiful city for the 6th year. This is something now quite emblematic with our city, Marbella and Mother, Fashion and Marbella. Now I'm going to go over to my recordings of the Fridays, first part of the fashion show. Take a look. supuesto. Hola, ¿qué tal? Oh, nice. I like the clips on the shoes. Very pretty. Very delicate. This is from Excellence Art Gallery. This is Massimo. Aquí están.
How are you, my lady?
Hello.
Bien, bien.
Jacqueline Campos did a fabulous job presenting the fashion shows, and after the first half we were invited to cocktails and snacks on the pink carpet, not a red carpet, and then the second half of the show started, and I thought you might like to see that too. Buenas noches. To finish off the programme, we're going to go to Saturday's part of the fashion show in the Lola Flores Avenue in Puerto Banús. Lovely designs, really inspiring, and I thoroughly enjoyed seeing the little children all dressed up in their designer flamenco outfits. It really was a delight. So if you didn't go this year, make sure you go next year. Let's take a look. Pues ya terminamos nuestro programa especial a la española. Our Spanish program has come to an end. I can't believe it. I hope you've enjoyed meeting my guests and also the fabulous fashion we had here in Marbella Fashion Show. Take care of yourselves. Be nice to each other, and please remember to join me again every week to find out who's who, what's what, and what's going on where in Marbella right now. You can watch recordings of the programme from the RTV Marbella.tv website, also their YouTube channel. You go to my YouTube channel, or you can find links from my website, nicoleking.es, to the programme, to my column Marbella Moments every week in the Euro Weekly News, and also our Zero Hero website, which is now a good food guide telling you where you can get a really good meal all along the coast, and if you're the designated driver, be rewarded with free soft drinks. It's really nice to see that solidarity reigns in our city. Once again, thank you very much y nos vemos muy pronto. Hasta ahora.